Morning, everyone.
Hi, Dana. Hi.
Hi, I think I've taken care of the smoothie machine. We should be much better this week.
Yay!
Hooray.
If it goes awry, I know everyone on Twitter and everyone in the studio will let me know, and we'll get it fixed.
We feel like we're inching toward a Matt Gaetz indictment in terms of justice.
Inching.
Yes.
Inching. Yesterday was a big old leap
Yes.
toward a Matt Gaetz indictment. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can only imagine what his night looked like.
Yes. But
I would check his Venmo because chances are he had a bender. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. But honestly, like on January 6th, this forged electoral documents, I don't know, Dana, it doesn't feel like you need to be a lawyer to go, how is that not completely illegal and easily prosecutable? And Travis, this is the latest one, Nevada.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, are we at 5 or 7 states that we have these forged documents, saying that, sending electors for Trump when Biden won?
I'm sort of surprised it's not every state Biden won at this point and Trump lost, because that's the ones he was upset about. And of course, it's not the down ballot races, because then most of these jerks in the Congress would have lost their, race. It's, just the presidential one, just the presidential.
Right. Well, what you call it? Let's see, Adam Kinzinger, in terms of where January 6th committee is. I mean, I have to say, Dana, I know your and my podcasting partner, AG, is, somebody today said, look, a lot of this is the great work the January 6th committee is doing, that is hopefully going to lead to enough pressure for the DOJ to have to prosecute these people. But here's Adam Kinzinger on the latest.
Even if, the 30% or whatever the number is of people that think January 6th was legit, their kids won't. And what's important is that they get the right answer, they get the right narrative to all of this. And we'll do everything we can to get there. It'll be up to the DOJ on what they want to prosecute or what they don't.
So Kevin McCarthy, despite earlier saying, of course he would testify to anybody, he has nothing to hide, is not going to cooperate with the January 6th committee. The panel noted McCarthy was reportedly in communication with not just Trump that we know about, right, on January, but Mark Meadows in the days leading up to January 6th. They write, for example, in advance of January 6th, you reportedly explained to Mark Meadows and the former president that objections to the certification of the electoral votes on January 6th was doomed to fail. Well, how many people knew about this, Dana? How many people? It looks like it's in all the coup memos. Jeffrey Clark, Eastman. It looks like it is. What do you call it? Mark Meadows. Isn't this the thing that Travis, wasn't that text where he said, I love it?
Yes.
They said, here's a controversial plan.
Yep.
Meadows is like, I love it.
Let's do it.
Right. In terms of this forging fake elector. These are the people that saying this was a rigged election. The people that were forging fake elector documents.
We know that they screamed the loudest. We know this by now, but it's mind-blowing to me that all of this isn't illegal. Apparently, there aren't laws against some of this. It's just, more evidence of the coup in general. It's just mind-blowing to me that in and of itself is not a crime, to send fake electors to Washington.
Right. They talked to Kelly McEnany yesterday. So I think they requested a lot of her records, which normally those are blank, aren't they? When she comes out, when it was a Trump plan, she always came out with a lot of papers that were generally blank. But she apparently has things that there are things written on, but they're still trying to get those. But she also is on record as saying this election is far from over. I mean, they all parroted this big lie, right? And they all knew. I mean, I can't wait till we get to right. I just think this is. I feel like we still might be tip of the icebergy. What do you think?
I agree. And I do think two things need to happen. I apologize if you've covered this in the first 2 hours. There's two things happening with voting rights. Obviously,
nothing's better till Dana's here.
That's right.
Okay. Perfect.
We
definitely, obviously, the voting rights issue is a problem. We have to fix voter suppression. We need to make sure that everyone has fair and equal access to the ballot. Also, the other house on fire is that once that happens, we also need to make sure that the other side isn't screaming election fraud, because that's great if you can get everyone to vote. But if no one on that side believes that the election is legitimate, that's also a huge problem.
Well, can I just say, Charlie Pierce wrote a great piece, didn't he, this week? I can't remember the title. Something like, there's no debunking anymore. And I'm looking at this story. Republicans sticking with debunked Capitol riot conspiracy. The Republicans who insisted a man at the Capitol riot was a federal agent, was FBI, are not backing off after one of their own colleagues. It's been debunked.
You mean the wedding planner? That wedding planner?
No.
FBI
This guy, what's his name? Ray Epps. they were saying was
Yeah.
an FBI, working for the FBI. He was not. But Ted Cruz, Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, all like doubling down on it, right? Despite Cruz's reference to the Biden Department of Justice, it was Trump administration that was in power. So they're saying Trump's FBI sent people to. It doesn't. None of it makes any sense.
None of it.
But they
makes
don't
sense,
care.
but
You
of
can't
course
debunk
not.
anything. They just go to the next conspiracy.
And apparently, when Tucker Carlson embarrasses you on national television like he did to Ted Cruz, Ted Cruz digs his heels in and he goes, "No, I misspoke. It was dumb. It's definitely the FBI. That was." I mean, come on.
Thank you. If
It's
someone's still
mind-boggling.
listening to this guy and giving him money, the My Pillow CEO said 300 million Americans belong in jail for election fraud. He
There's
said
only like 317 in the country or something like that.
Right. Everything you're going to see over these next 7 months are to get rid of the voting machines. You're going to see the Supreme Court case coming out. All these great things, everybody. And you talk about evidence. We have enough evidence to put everybody in prison for life. 300 and some million people. Okay. Hang on, just skipping to wait for it. Supporters of QAnon are converging on Arizona ahead of it's Saturday, the Trump rally.
Yes.
Okay. Arizona State Senator Mark Fincham is a special guest speaker. He has repeatedly shared QAnon conspiracies. Also expected to attend Michael Protzman, who has spent months in Dallas awaiting the return of JFK Jr. He once again claimed that Joe Biden was not inaugurated and has been living and working. He has not been at the White House, but rather is actually part of a movie being filmed on a set in Culver City. You feel like we could go probably check that out. That's where we used to work.
We used to work in Culver City.
KBC. You could probably go
right
see
down the road.
Yeah, what's happening. Some of Protzman's supporters, Dana, have spotted that Trump's official announcement mentions live entertainment as part of the rally this Saturday and suggested this will involve a band made up of entirely dead musicians and singers, including Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston, Janis Joplin, Tupac, and John Lennon. This prediction follows his claim in November that at a Rolling Stones concert in Dallas that he forced his group to attend. The band members were replaced by Jackson, Prince, JFK Jr., and Aaliyah, providing backup vocals.
So basically, the final scene of Death Becomes Her, where all the dead celebrities are partying in that one room. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
As funny as all of this sounds, we really have to look at the fact that if these people believe what they're saying, the mental health crisis in this country is much bigger than we thought. I mean, we already know it's massive and it needs to be addressed, but if these people genuinely believe what they are saying, this is a mental health crisis. This is not normal.
Yes. But a lot of people have said, Dana, let's not discourage the